Welcome to the show, Don.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Ooh. So you get the big pay-per-view coming up Sunday?
Oh, it's going to be something, man.
Yeah. Which matches you looking forward to the most? Or just the whole show?
Well, I tell you what, a new one's just been added. Austin Aries and Petey Williams, I think, is going to be something to see.
Oh, that would be really good, man.
But, I mean, since Samoa Joe has entered in, and with Christopher Daniels, who's one of my favorite people of all time, and, of course, AJ Styles is AJ Styles, that three-way is going to tear the house down.
Oh, yeah.
That's just going to tear the house down.
What did you think of Samoa Joe the first time you saw him? He really got over quick.
Well, Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles both used to tell me, we'd be sitting talking about things, and they'd say, man, we've got to get Samoa Joe over here. You won't believe how good he is, even though you wouldn't think it when you first see him. And kept telling us, and when they brought him over, you just couldn't imagine in your mind how good he was going to be till you saw him. You're thinking to yourself, what in the world are they talking about? And then instantly, you saw what the whole the deal was about. And that's been one of the best things I think that's happened at TNA in a while. Is just this new element that he brings, and you can see that the people in the stands are becoming Samoa Joe fans.
Mm-hmm. Every time he's there, he gets more over with the crowd. Every time they see him, I think.
You almost can see the whole Bret Hart, Steve Austin turn going. You remember that one when, Bret Hart was always the good guy, and all of a sudden the crowd all of a sudden Stone Cold was their man. You can almost see that happening.
Yeah.
I mean, once the music hits and he walks out, the crowd erupts.
Mm-hmm. They just want to get behind the guy, even though he's kind of the heel right now. The fans really want to get behind him.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I think they understand that he's the heel, but they just know that when he comes out there, they're going to see something special.
Right.
And with the guys he's been in the ring with Saban and AJ, and now Daniels coming up with that. I mean, it's just been, the great competition in there. But, yeah, it's one of those, I think, where the crowd is just getting behind it going, even though I might not be rooting for him, I know it's going to be something neat to see.
Yeah. Do you have any pressure on you, being this is the last pay-per-view before you guys debut in Spike?
Oh,
pressure to put on a really good show?
I mean, this is it. I mean, we got the TV deal finally, and going right in the same station that Raw's been on. I mean, this is, there's no second chances from here, man. We've got to make it work. So I think everybody's feeling the pressure a little bit. And but one thing I've noticed that the guys do out there in the ring, whenever a situation like this comes up and they go to them and say, we got to have it, they perform. So I think it's going to be great. I think the people are going to get to see a different type of wrestling than they haven't seen in a while. I mean, there's going to be some in-ring action that people are going to get to enjoy for the first time. Think about all those thousands and thousands of people that have never seen Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles and Samoa Joe and Chris Sabin and what they're getting ready to be a part of. It's going to be cool. And
you mentioned Petey Williams, the Canadian Destroyer. What did you think when you first saw that move?
That's my favorite finishing move of all time.
That's just awesome.
I mean, every time you see it, you still, it's almost like it's an illusion. You know what I mean? When he does it, you're just sitting there going, okay, how does he do it? And it looks like he cranes their head every single time.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of different guys.
The person who looks the best on the bad end of a Canadian Destroyer is somebody else that you're very fond of, and that's Amazing Red.
Oh, I was always a huge Amazing Red fan, Barbie. I mean, the thing about Amazing Red, we've not seen the Amazing Red since his knee surgery. I don't know whether he's been a little tentative.
Yeah.
And just we've not seen when he was hitting it big on the scene there, and then for the first years of TNA, I mean, the crowd would just freak out when he came out there. You just knew you were going to see something special every time. I hope that we get him back. He's still a part of us, but we haven't gotten to see him much. I'd like to see Red get back in because he's one of those when he's wrestling uninhibited and not worrying about things,
Mm-hmm. One of the most memorable when you guys were weekly, one of the most memorable things to me was the night when you stood on the table and started yelling, "Go Red, go!"
Well, what brought that on? It was funny. Was the crowd was screaming it,
Yeah.
And because that was an incredible match. If I mean, I can remember that with Elix Skipper and Loki and Red in there, and he was pretty much, you know, taking them on by himself. And you know, at that time, I think he was, if I remember right, he was connected with the SATs in that match too. But the crowd was screaming it, and all of a sudden I stood up on my feet and started going nuts. And the guys in the back saw me stand up, and one guy goes, "I dare you to get up on that table right now. I dare you to do it." And I was like, "I'm on," you know, boom. I was on it, and all of a sudden I hear the guys in the back, Jerry going, "Start screaming, go Red, go Red!" So we went to town.
When you guys get on Spike, you have to recapture that.
Yeah, I have to build into that one a little bit. If I start off with that, the audience will wonder who this Looney Tune is. It's the announcer, and they'll run me out of there.
Well, I was a fan of yours going back from the card show days. When you were late night card seller. So
I'll tell you what, man, that was a great part of my life. I did that for 10 years.
Yeah.
People don't realize it's funny. I'll get done with the pay-per-view, and all the guys in the back are like, "How do you scream like that for 3.5 hours and stay up for every match?" I said, "That ain't nothing. I used to do it for 6-7 hours at a pop, 3-4 nights a week. This is a piece of cake, man." And you remember that show? That
was awesome.
That was hardcore.
Yeah. One night you guys were standing on your head, I think.
Oh, man, I remember that. In fact, I actually got super dizzy and made it through the show, but I ended up getting sick that night. We were doing those. Man, you're going way back, my friend.
Oh yeah.
We're talking 1994, 93. We were doing the Elite Dominators.
Yeah.
And I said, if someone ordered a whole case of them, which was like $2,400,
right,
I would stand on my head and open all of his envelopes. And I'm doing it, and I'm starting to see double and triple, and things are starting to blur. And I had some doctor that was watching saying, "Get him off of his head." That's going way back.
Yeah, I even bought some cards from you before.
Oh, I hope they're worth something.
Yeah.
Probably not, though.
Well, the card market kind of took a hit lately.
Hey, who was it?
It was just a bunch of unopened packs.
Yeah. Well, those are always good. You never know what you're going to get.
Oh, they were fun just to open.
That was always a blast, man.
You still collect cards?
Oh, yeah. I've got probably over 200,000 cards. Memorabilia, I've got a neat sports room. A lot of people I've gotten to meet through the years in there. But I tell you what, man, it was a fun time of my life, but I don't miss it. Man, that was high pressure. You have no idea what the pressure they'd say, because that show did 50% of the business, and the jewelry show would tank the night before, and they'd come up to me, "Man, we need 800,000 tonight." I'm going, "I got $400,000 worth of product. How are we going to do that?" No, I don't miss that at all.
Yeah. You ever think about they should send you onto one of those shows to sell some TNA stuff?
You know, we talked about it, and I have a feeling the day that, and we need to build it right on Spike, but the day that we're on QVC or HSN, Jeff Jarrett's always said that we're not doing it unless I'm up there hawking it. So, you know, that'll be fun. I wouldn't mind going down memory lane that way. We could do it really good, too, have all the guys on there, and I have a feeling that won't be long off.
Yeah, that'd be good stuff.
That'll be good.
Yeah. So when you heard about the Spike
deal... How many
deal...
of you boys do you think could do Don West impressions?
I tell you what, I couldn't believe how many... At one time, in the peak of Shop at Home, there was like 18 different Don West websites that I didn't, you know, I wasn't associated with. I didn't even know about it until someone was showing them to me. And you can't believe all the people that can do, I mean, do me better than I can do me.
We'll give one a shout-out, donwest.org.
Yep. We were on donwest.org for about an hour before you came on, just playing sound clips to each other.
Were you doing any of the video clips? Did they have the one of me swimming through the cards?
Oh, yeah.
I think there's like 1,000 clips you can listen to on there.
That's unbelievable. Those guys have... I don't know if you heard what they did one time when I left. You know, and it was all on good terms, and Shop at Home was paying me, and they didn't want me going to... Because I had a standing offer at HSN, and so they decided they didn't want me doing that, so they pretty much paid me for a long time just to travel the country. And I found out on that website that my number's unlisted, of course, and they were trying to find me. They were calling every Don West in the state of Tennessee, and I guess there's about 50 of them, and taping the conversations, and it was hilarious.